Another post-workout video. Some people asking me whether I think we are in the bull market yet, or whether I think the bear market is still very much in play. To cut a long story short, my opinion on this is I do not care. Right now, there's a reason why I'm so focused on Hex. I'm still focused on the Richard Heart ecosystem. And that really is because, whether some choose to believe it or not, I really believe that we are decorrelated from the larger market. This hype cycle that we're presented with, and I keep referring it to a hype cycle because that's exactly what it is. We have some real big catalysts coming up that are exciting. That, we have one of the potentially biggest ecosystems coming into play, and already an existing asset that is so much down from its all-time highs that it seems like a no-brainer to buy right now. We've all talked about, our price predictions, and I've certainly given you my opinion for just what price prediction I'm expecting from Hex right now. So in terms of whether we're in a bull or a bear, it's really irrelevant to my immediate market plan. I have obviously short-term, mid-term and long-term plans that are always in flux. Obviously, I'm sticking to a lot of my core beliefs there. You have to, in order to frame some kind of forward-looking skeleton for what you want to do, what you want to achieve. But right now, Hex is giving us one of the easiest buying opportunities that I can foresee. People are going back and forth on whether 5 cents now is even a good buying opportunity. Yes, this isn't financial advice, of course, but my opinion is absolutely. This is a fantastic buying opportunity to anyone looking to get into this ecosystem. It doesn't matter whether you're more gung-ho right now about Pulse, PulseX, Hedron, Icosa, Hex, PHEX. The one that makes the most sense for me, and the one that certainly fits this kind of simplified investment strategy going forward, is to get into Hex right now. Dollar cost average if you must, but I really do think that we're going to see some real great price performance right now in the short term as we start getting some of these announcements when testnet v3 and then going into mainnet launch, as we keep mentioning. They're going to give us a fantastic buying opportunity even if we are outside of the bull market. And it is my preference, if you will, that we see even more delays with Pulse Chain, PulseX. The closer we're actually getting to an undisputed bull market in full means that once we see that initial price appreciation, the chance of then gaining that snowball effect and moving further on into the bull market with more upward trajectory is even more bullish and fills me with even more confidence. So to cut things to the chase, to be as simple and as straightforward, as candid as I like to be and as I can be, I don't care if we're in the bull market right now or the bear market. I'll start caring about that as we look for other projects. There are a lot I'm looking at right now. I keep mentioning them. Certainly some layer 2s, some other ecosystems that I'm looking at. Certainly don't want to limit myself and pigeonhole myself to one ecosystem, one set frame of opportunities. But until they make sense to me, until I have confidence, conviction that it's the right time, and until I deem it important to start looking at if we're in the bull market right now, I think that the potential risk reward right now is very much in our favor with Hex, and I feel like the opportunity cost, as we've mentioned on previous videos, of not getting involved is outweighing all of the buying decisions right now. That may be oversimplifying things for everyone out there, but look, especially for some of the newer folks getting into the channel now, certainly some of the people involved in this community, we want to make money. We want to simplify things. We don't want to think, we don't want to get in the weeds too much with some of the inconsequentials. And I use that term loosely, but some of the things that aren't necessarily the most important right now to making buying decisions, DCing into the right projects. Let's keep it simple. That's my opinion. It will change, as we go forward. Obviously, narrative, sentiment changes, market conditions change, as we've talked about. That's one of the beauties of keeping informed, right? Doing your research, paying attention to Twitter, following this channel and many others to make sure that you're made alert of any of those sentiment changes or narrative changes. I'll continue to do so. So there it is. I hope that answers a couple of your questions. I try to keep this as brief and as digestible as usual, as you know. Not a big fan of these long-winded answers if there's no real need for them. Follow my Twitter. Let me know if there's anything in the comments, as usual, that you want me to touch on. If you've watched right till the end, which it's only about 4.5 minutes, so hopefully you have, leave in the comments uncaged. It is going to be the start of my new community, the name for it. So if you can leave uncaged in the comments, it's showing me you're listening, and I definitely appreciate it. Catch you all on the next one.